When a massive Boeing 747 throttles up for takeoff, the roar of its four engines is a physical force. But the weight of this specific flight isn't just measured in fuel and metal. Inside is the individual who directs international policy and commands the military. This is Air Force One, an aircraft that has served as a mobile headquarters during wars and a neutral stage for high-stakes diplomacy. After decades of service, the current fleet is being retired. Replacing these planes involves a massive transition of the government's primary mobile platform. Modern presidential flight began in 1945, when Franklin D. Roosevelt became the first sitting president to travel on a major international trip by air. Aviation offered a clear logistical advantage. By flying, the president could cross an ocean in hours rather than spending days on a ship. As air travel became more common, safety became an issue. In 1953, a presidential flight faced radio confusion when it entered the same airspace as a commercial flight using a similar call sign. To prevent another hazardous mix-up, the military established a dedicated identifier for any flight carrying the commander-in-chief. That call sign is Air Force One. Technically, the name applies to any Air Force aircraft the president boards, from a massive jet to a small trainer. While the name is technically a call sign, it is now inseparable from the highly customized 747s that have come to represent the office. The modern fleet consists of two heavily modified Boeing 747s, known as VC-25As. These aircraft entered service in the early 1990s, during the administration of George H.W. Bush. The interior is a specialized facility designed to function as an office, a hotel, a press room, and even a hospital. Supporting the president requires space for an entire entourage, including senior staff, security details, and a rotating pool of journalists. Maintaining these complex systems at 35,000 feet requires massive amounts of power and constant environmental monitoring. The goal of this flying city isn't luxury, it is to ensure the government continues to function under any circumstances. In a national emergency, ground-based communications might be disrupted. If the president needs to move immediately, the aircraft becomes the primary hub of government. It carries classified communications equipment designed to keep the president in secure contact with military commanders and world leaders from anywhere in the sky. This diagram maps the aircraft scale, over 230 feet long with a 195-foot wingspan. While movies depicted refueling in midair, the VC-25A lacks this capability. Instead, massive internal fuel tanks allow it to fly thousands of miles. Survival depends on redundancy. Critical systems are protected by multiple backups and classified defensive measures designed to make the aircraft extremely difficult to disable. This engineering ensures that if a primary system fails, a secondary one takes over immediately. It is a military installation that happens to be an airplane. The plane's recognizable look was influenced by Jacqueline Kennedy. She worked with designer Raymond Loewy to create a blue and white paint scheme that looked less like a military jet and more like a national symbol. The aircraft door has become a stage. Presidents have used it to wave to the world during moments of both celebration and mourning. On September 11, 2001, the aircraft became a secure refuge. It kept the president safe and connected while the nation faced an unprecedented crisis. The plane is built for these moments. It is designed to act as an active part of an emergency response rather than just a way to get from place to place. This allows Air Force One to shift instantly from a symbol of diplomacy to a fortified command center. Because the current VC-25As have been in service for over 30 years, the government is now working on their successor, the VC-25B. The new aircraft is based on the Boeing 747-8. It is larger, more efficient, and features modernized interiors and electrical systems. These new planes have an unusual history. They were originally built as commercial airliners that were never delivered to their airline, sitting in storage before being purchased by the Air Force. To convert them, engineers must strip the airframes down to the skeletal frame. They replace commercial wiring with miles of hardened cables and install dedicated power grids for the classified communications arrays. When the transition is complete, the silhouette of the blue and white aircraft will remain. It is an icon of the presidency taking flight.